Students, today I have discussed the exercise chapter number 1, mapping the earth. So see the exercise. Question number D, answer in brief. The first question is, why do we need models and tools to study the earth? This is the question, and the answer is page number 1. Please note down the answer. The earth is our home. To know more about the world we live in, we need to study the earth. But the earth is so large that it is not possible to see all of it at the same time. At the same time, full stop. So we create small models of the earth or parts of it. It helps us study it. So models that are used to study the earth. This is the first question's answer. Now the second question. Second question is, name the different kinds of maps. Describe each briefly. The answer is, there are many kinds of maps. Page number 2. The answer is, there are many kinds of maps. Some of them is political map, physical map, thematic maps, and topographical maps. Now I have discussed this. What is political map? Political map show the boundaries of countries and states and the location of capitals, important cities and towns. They also show the major water bodies. Physical maps. Physical maps show the physical feature of a region such as rivers, mountain, plains and plateau. Thematic maps. Thematic maps show things like the distribution of crops, minerals, and natural vegetation within a region. Topographical maps. Topographical maps show the physical and cultural features of a small places in great detail. These maps unusually have a scale of 1.2000. 1 centimeter on the map represents 2 kilometers on the ground. Sorry. Now the question number 3. What are conventional symbols? Page number 5. The answer is, conventional signs and symbols are important parts of a map. They are used to represent different features on a map. Full stop. The use of symbols make the map look neater, the makes it easier to understand the map. Some symbols or signs are used in common by cartographers all around the world. So they are called conventional symbols. To read and understand a map, a basic idea, the signs and symbol is necessary. Now, question number 4. No, sorry. Now the question number 4, what are diagrams? Why do we need diagrams in geography? The answer is page number 7. A diagram is a drawing that explains the structure of the working of something. And why do we need? Diagrams are needed widely to explain geographical concepts. Now the question number 5, what are anticlines and synclines? The answer is page number 8. Anticlines and synclines are folds from in the earth caused by forces of compression acting on the rocks. So anticlines and synclines are folds from in the earth crust by forces of compression acting on the rocks. When the layers of rock bend upward in an arch, they formed an anticline like this. And when the layer of rock bend downwards like in a through, they form a syncline like this. So 5 question and answer is completed. Now question number E. How are maps different from globes? The answer is globes. Globes are 3-dimensional models of the earth, but the maps are 2-dimensional models of the earth. Globes are made of scale, and the maps, number point 2, maps are drawn to scale. Point number 3, globes are spherical in shape, and the maps are drawn on flat surfaces, mostly paper. So is it clear to you? Now the question number 2, what are the elements of a map? Page number 3. A map contains a large amount of information. These are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 elements. The elements are directions, scale, colors, symbol and legend. These elements constitute the language of maps. Now question number 3, what is a map scale? Describe the different kinds of map scale and differentiate between them. Page number 3. A map scale is the ratio of the distance between two places on a map, comma, to the actual distance between the two places on the ground. So this is called map scale. There are different types of scale. What is this? Verbal scale, page number 4. A verbal scale expresses the relationship between distance on the map and distance on the ground in words. For example, 1 centimeter represents 5 km means that 1 centimeter on the map is equal to 5 km on the ground. Now the linear scale. A graphic scale visually expresses the scale of the map. It consists of a horizontal line with equal division marked on it. The length of each unit shows how many kilometers or miles each unit is equal to on the ground. Now the small scale and large scale maps. Based on their scale, maps can be divided into small scale maps and large scale maps. What is small scale maps? Small scale maps are drawn to a scale of 1 centimeter equals 100 kilometers or more, cover a large area in less detail, and the large scale of maps are drawn to a scale of 1 centimeter equals 1 kilometer or less. This small scale, the large the area covered by the map, the smaller scale will be. But the smaller scale are covered by the map, the larger scale will be. So this is the answer of question number 3. Now question number 5. Question number 4, it will be not necessary. Question number 5, draw a level diagram of a river and its different features. Explain art to the features briefly. दिस इज कॉल्ड डायग्राम. ये ड्रॉ करना है और ये इसका जो फीचर है एक एक लाइक डिस्ट्रीब्यूटरी, मेंडर, सोर्स, ट्रिब्यूटरी, डेल्टा, ये तुम लोगों को पॉइंट आउट करना है. इज इट क्लियर? Question number 6. Differentiate between block mountains and rift valley with the help of a diagram. ये डायग्राम ड्रॉ करना है और ब्लॉक माउंटेन जो है इट्स फॉर्म्ड व्हेन ए पेज नंबर 7. ब्लॉक माउंटेन आर फॉर्म्ड व्हेन ए divergent forces act upon a part on the earth crust, and rift valleys when blocks that are pushed down from rift valley. So this is the answer number 5. Sorry, 6. So today I have discussed the whole question answer and the question number A, fill in the blanks, it is your homework. So today up to this, next week I will start next chapter. Thank you.